Good afternoon and welcome to the news tonight. Sinn Féin has accused the First Minister of making up policy on the hoof. It comes after Arlene Foster has said she hopes the Stormont executive will revisit the dates for reopening schools in Northern Ireland. The DUP leader was speaking after Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced a full return to school in England on 8 March. Last Thursday, the executive announced that some primary school pupils here would return to class on 8 March, with some older post-primary school children returning on 22 March. Ministers did not commit to a date for the full return of the wider school population. In an interview on Monday, Ms. Foster indicated the DUP's desire for a more rapid return to classrooms than the phased approach agreed by her party only 4 days earlier. She said DUP Education Minister Peter Weir had wanted to pursue a similar strategy to what the Prime Minister announced at last week's executive meeting. However, she said Stormont's health advisors didn't think that was the right way forward. In response, Sinn Féin's education spokesman, Pat Sheehan, accused the First Minister of flipping her position in response to Mr. Johnson's move. It's disappointing that Arlene wants to go and make policy on the hoof. In interviews on the TV last night, Mr. Sheehan told the BBC. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is that Boris Johnson has decided to make a decision for England. You would think by now that the DUP would have learned not to hitch their wagon to Boris. Only vulnerable children and those of key workers have been in at mainstream schools in Northern Ireland since January. The executive decided last week that primary school pupils in year groups P1 to P3 would return to face-to-face learning on 8 March. Preschool and nursery children are also due to return on that date. Ministers decided that secondary pupils in key exam years, year groups 12 to 14, will return to school on March 22. The P1-3 pupils will revert to remote learning for a week, on that date, for the week prior to the Easter holidays, to minimize the impact on infection rates of years 12 to 14 returning. No decisions were taken on whether other year groups will return to class after the Easter holidays. That's it. Very latest. English Australia has your weather next. English UK, be back here at 6 o'clock. Until then, have a good afternoon. Go fuck yourself.